Today we will be taking a look back at what many people know as the day which will live in infamy, Pearl Harbor. Join us for a thrilling documentary recalling the disastrous events that occurred on December 7, 1941, and forever changed the world. In July of 1937, Japan invades North China from Manchuria. In July of 1940, the U.S. imposed trade sanctions followed by an embargo aimed at curbing Japan's military aggression in Asia. In January of 1941, Admiral Yamamoto begins communicating with other officers about a possible attack on Pearl Harbor.
The Americans are trying to stop the spread of communists. We, communists, need to bring them into the war so that they can't do that anymore. I propose we attack them in the Pacific, here. Yeah? Alright, cool.
On January 27th of 1941, Joseph C. Grew, the U.S. ambassador to Japan, contacted Washington, stating that he has learned that Japan is planning a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. Unfortunately, no one in Washington believes him. Most senior American military experts believe that the Japanese would attack Manila and the Philippine Islands if war broke out. Hello? Is this Washington?
Hello? Yes, this is Washington.
Yeah, I have some intel on a supposed Japanese attack somewhere in the Hawaiian Islands.
They wouldn't attack you.
No, I think it's gonna happen.
That's impossible.
In April of 1941, U.S. intelligence officers continued to monitor Japanese secret messages. In a program code named MAGIC, U.S. intelligence uses a machine to decode Japan's diplomatic dispatches. Washington does not communicate all the available info to commands, including Kimmel and Short stationed in Hawaii.
Move!
Mr. President, I just decoded a message. I think the Japanese are planning an attack. It's gonna happen right here. Should we tell Kimmel and Short?
Now's not the time.
In May of 1941, Japanese Admiral Namura informs his superiors that he has learned Americans were reading his message traffic. No one in Tokyo believes the code could have been broken, and the code is not changed.
Sir! What? The Americans have deciphered our code. No, they haven't. That's not true. They couldn't. We're smart. They're dumb Americans, obviously. How would they have? Yeah, no, just go away. We're jamming here.
Throughout the summer of 1941, Admiral Yamamoto trains his forces and finalizes the planning of the attack on Pearl Harbor.
Hiya! Dorobu!
On November 16th, submarines, the first units involved in the attack, depart Japan. And on November 26th, the main body, aircraft carriers, and escorts begin their transit to Hawaii. On the morning of December 7th, 1941, at 7:55 Hawaiian time, the first wave of Japanese aircraft begin the attack, along with the ships in Pearl Harbor. The air stations at Hickam, Weewee, Ford Island, Nao, and Iwo Field are attacked. The Japanese attack continues for 2 hours and 20 minutes. When it's over, more than 2,400 Americans are dead and nearly 1,200 wounded. 18 ships have been sunk or damaged, and more than 300 aircrafts are damaged or destroyed. On December 8, 1941, President Roosevelt addresses Congress and asks for a declaration of war against Japan, which he receives.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by the naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Hong Kong. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Guam. Last night, Japanese forces attacked the Philippine Islands. Last night, the Japanese attacked Wake Island. This morning, the Japanese attacked Midway Island. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
On December 16th of 1941, Admiral Kimmel and General Short were relieved of their commands, and the officers were not returned to their highest World War II rank until the year 2000.